It's always the kids. You know who else can put those kids to bed? Either Benadryl or a gun.
Wow, that got really dark, Bob. But I like the emphasis on gun. He's like, he really wants you to pick the gun option. He needs you to.
Hey, listen, you only got to put him to bed one more time. What kind of sleep aids would you rather have?
Wait, did you like aids you get in your sleep, or like things that aid you in going to sleep? What kind of aids do you have? Oh, I got sleep aids. I really start to wither away between the hours of 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. But otherwise, I'm cool. The rest of the day, I'm all right. It's the damn sleep aids.
Welcome to Word Rango, the game show where dictionary definitions produce knowledge and comedy. 4 words enter, 1 word leaves, and is crowned champion. Our steely-nerved competitors, a writer, another writer, a voice actor, and that other guy. And now it's gloves off. And set your dictionaries to fun. It's time for Word Rango. Here's your host, Mike Suzek.
Welcome to Word Rango. My name is Mike Suzek. Every week we give you guys words, their definitions. We bring you a sexy lexicon. We bring you our A to Z game. We're up on this shit. I am so thrilled. It's going to be a great episode. I'm joined, as always, by Bob Ball.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Dave Hinkle.
I'm on a Z side of the spectrum, FYI.
And number 1, Ryan Lewis.
Yeah, I'm here tonight, guys.
Number one. I don't know
Number
why.
one.
You're number 1.
You're here tonight, as you were every other week before this.
What, Macklemore wasn't available tonight?
Yeah, and just like that, I figured what I could do to try and get people excited about the podcast is just make a huge deal about the things they've come to expect, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just get them all amped up, like, oh, wow, Dave's here!
Yeah, screaming!
Yeah.
Everybody loves screaming!
I don't think he's missed a single episode. Woo!
Nope.
Well,
it's pretty, well, maybe one, but I mean...
No, I've missed several. I've missed too many. Let's put it that way.
I don't think so. And I mean, that's what's crazy. And I'm so, like, we're...
So apparently, when you were gone, Mike didn't miss you at all.
Yeah, he didn't give a shit. He didn't give one shit about me.
Guys, that goes for fucking all of you. But I can tell you, this is episode 47. It's incredible. We're rounding the corner to the big ol' episode 50. And that means that we've given you just stacks, like volumes. We're hitting the point where we have volumes of our own crazy-ass definitions and totally legit words, like papilionaceous and
classic.
and so many others. I'm staring at my word for this week. But the problem is I want to go first so much, but I know one other person here does, and that's Dave. Dave, you and I tied last week. You had Car King, and I had Nubbin. 2 fantastic words.
Yeah. Last week was pretty excellent. I mean, we all brought really great words, and you know what? I'm gonna concede. I'm gonna say you go first, Mike. You deserve it. You've earned it.
Okay. You know what? Originally we were gonna do a toss up, but we don't need to do a toss up anymore. So because of that, I get first word this week. Ladies and germs, my word this week is supercargo.
Supercargo. Okay.
That's right. Supercargo.
So is that spelled exactly like I think it's spelled?
I'd like for you to try.
Okay, first word super, second word cargo, smush them together.
That's correct.
All right, cool. That's what I thought.
Really? It has to be something like it's not OE or OT.
Nope.
No, it's not
Supercargo.
Supra cargo. It's super cargo.
SUPERCARGO. Supercargo.
Oh, man.
Bob,
I got this.
please enlighten us. What does supercargo mean to you?
Well, you've left out a little piece in the middle. It's actually super escargot. and
Okay.
And this is the savior of all snails. He wears a long cape, which is covered completely in slime every day. He has to get those dry cleaned all the time. But he's the one who he lives in. Oh, let's find a city name for me. Oh, let's
Cincinnati.
Let's go with Cincinnati.
Oh man, he picked the shittiest city.
Well,
if you're something super, if you're some kind of super life form, of all the places, you're gonna pick a city in Ohio.
Look, those people
in
need saving
Iowa.
too, Dave.
He didn't pick this city in Ohio. this city picked him.
Oh,
it picked
okay.
him. So he and former Mayor Jerry Springer have teamed up, and I'm just going to skip to the end. One of them gets eaten.
Oh man, I hope it's Jerry Springer.
It's gotta be.
Just gets
Jerry,
eaten by a bunch of
Jerry.
like pregnant black ladies. They just consume him. Because that was his show, right? Like I know Maury has carried the torch from after him, but wasn't his show just always about like, is
Man,
that your daddy?
You say was. It is still on the air.
Oh,
no
shut
shit.
up.
Are you serious?
Shut up. When does it air? It's got to be like 8:30 in the morning or
On
something.
Fuel TV.
On Fuel
On
TV.
Field TV.
Dave knows.
They host the show inside of a series of cars on a big track.
Right.
They just keep going around.
Well,
and
he actually got a new show on Fuel TV.
I
It's
believe
called-
they just host them inside a series of mobile homes
Right.
that are actually now mobile.
Exactly. It's just called
idea.
Jerry Springer's Second Gear. It's really, it's fucking high octane, like marital issues, and this isn't really my child stuff. I do think Maury carried that torch afterwards, though. You're correct
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that, because that's become a bigger thing, I think, with Maury. What's that Montel dude or whatever?
Yeah.
There's so many. Like, I mean, do you guys remember Ricky Lake?
oh yeah.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
I was always
She's
Sarah
still
Jessica
around.
Raphael though. Like those
Sally
red glasses.
Jesse.
Or
Sally Jesse.
I just said Sarah.
Jesus.
Oh god.
It was like, so it's like, that's when Sally Jesse Raphael was on Sex in the City. Like for a season, they were hoping nobody would notice. But, yeah,
Oh man, hell of a crossover.
Sarah Jessica Parker was so busy that year.
you just got Sarah Jessica Raphael. Didn't think anyone would notice.
Oh, God.
Excellent. I'd
this
watch
just-
that show.
I would too. I'm just Googling like Ricky Legs, Sarah
Yeah.
Jessica Raphael, seeing what they're up to these days.
Yeah.
Man, okay, so basically, supercargo, Jerry Springer, and a super snail of sorts. One of them gets eaten, and this happens in Cincy. Correct?
The super
Absolutely.
escargot. Yeah.
Super escargot.
Oh, super escargot. Okay. Thanks, Bob. Dave, what do you think supercargo means?
Well, supercargo actually it's an antiquated term. It's the fuel source that we used to use in cars before we figured out what gasoline was. I mean, I can go into the whole process for you if you want, but it's a very lengthy type of thing. They did several distillants. I think that's a word. There were
Just
beakers.
a word podcast.
Yeah, right. Just a couple of dudes in a barn in Iowa, just glasses on, white jackets on, beakers out, just trying to figure this thing out, trying to figure how they can make this T100, this T1000 go. The Ford T1000. So that's basically what it was. It was called supercargo. Marketing hadn't really been invented yet back then, so it was kind of a crappy name. But they were like, whatever, dude, supercargo. Like this stuff makes your cargo. So that's it.
Are there key ingredients to this supercargo that was part of unlocking the puzzle to fuel
absolutely.
efficiency?
Yep, you needed your Epsom salts. You needed your Dapper Dan. Had
Wait,
to
what's the
specifically be
Dapper
the Dapper Dan is like a hair grease. It's like a styling pomade, whatever they call that stuff. I don't the product.
Ball product, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like so you can
or something.
slick your hair around and look all fine for the times. I know it was those two ingredients.
Which is made
cocaine.
exclusively out of sailors.
Yeah, they wring them out when they come ashore. They're all wet. They just wring the stuff out of them. And cocaine, because they put cocaine in everything back then. And man, I think that's it. I think that might be it.
Epsom salt. Okay.
Epsom salt. So, if you're listening to this podcast and you're a wordologist and also a budding chemistry
Go down to
doctor.
your basement, pull out a 5-gallon bucket,
Chemist.
Yep, the chemist. Thank you.
put some Epsom salt,
Chemistry maker.
on
some
the show
Dapper
for?
Dan, put some kerosene in there for good measure,
Yeah, sure.
That's just for flavor.
and then just like a kilo of Coke.
Just like you got to get that raw though. You need the raw. Don't get on it that stepped on shit.
Right. Some cocoa, cacao. I don't know.
Cacao.
Ryan, what do you think supercargo means?
Well, you guys are familiar with the Illuminati, the stolen crossbones, Masons. Well, okay, so those are secret societies that are very popular. But there's one secret society that's super secret, super dangerous, and super powerful, and you don't even know it. You guys ever heard of Frisbee golf? Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's a secret society within the Frisbee golf world, and the people inside of that society wear a special kind of short pant. They wear
Is it one
they
leg
wear
or
a
is it?
super cargo. No, that's the thing is, it's like you'll be around one of these motherfuckers and you won't even know that they're wearing the super cargo. That's how awesome it is. So wait, they control everything.
Is it one short for one leg underneath of their clothes, or is this like outside?
I think there are secret cargo pockets on the inside of the shorts, right? Is that what you're kind of saying?
I mean, the thing is, nobody knows. Like super cargos, like you've heard people talk about them, but like I don't think anyone's ever seen them other than the people who are wearing them themselves, who control everything. So Obama, big Frisbee golfer. George W, huge Frisbee golfer. George H.W, motherfucker could Frisbee golf all day, all night. These guys all were super cargos. Angela Merkel, you better believe that. Yeah, she fucking Frisbee golfs. Like, they don't call it that over there.
Sarah Jessica Raphael.
Sarah Jessica Raphael. Controlling the shit out of talk shows and all the sex in all the cities.
Ricky Lake.
Well, she didn't quite make it.
Ricky Lake wanted to, but she got stuck with like carpenter jeans.
Like dungarees.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, that's what super cargos are.
I'm trying. I'm with Dave in that I'm trying desperately to figure out what's special about it, and also what is special about the secret society that does control everything. But like, what else? What are other signifiers? How do they find others aside from the super cargos they wear? You know, there's got to be something else special to them. Is it maybe the belt that comes with them? There's just. Is it something that's in certain pockets, like it's buttoned in a certain way, let's say, where the right flaps are all buttoned and the left ones are unbuttoned? Or my mind is spinning right now, trying to understand the super cargos.
They all really enjoy the same Dave Matthews song.
What is that? Crash or
no? It's got to be ants marching.
I don't even know. Like, I mean, it's like it's a deep side. It's a deep B-side cut kind of a thing. Deep cut.
Yeah, it's. I was there with the band and sell everywhere. It's a regional thing.
Are you
super cargo? Yeah, if you play Dave Matthews songs backwards, he talks about super cargo.
Super cargos, yeah.
Nice.
Nobody understood it until now. Yeah. That's great. This is all great. I'm really proud of you guys. You all made me laugh. But you're all wrong. Supercargo, it's a noun. It is a representative of a ship's owner on board a merchant ship, responsible for overseeing the cargo and its sale. So think of it in terms of, we have coxswain. Now we're just filling out the rest of the crew on the Word Rango ship. On the SS Word Rango.
Like, have you guys ever seen that drug commercial where the guy's running and then, like, it looks like he's exercising, like he's just getting at it on the track, and then you see this hand reach behind him and it's a cop and he, like, grabs him, pulls him down, and it's like, no one ever says they want to be a junkie when they grow up, right? You guys seen that commercial? Sure. I feel like the normal version of that is nobody ever says they want to be super cargo when they grow up. Like, that's the most unaspired, like, dream out there.
So, yeah, because you're the representative that's on a merchant ship. So someone else owns the ship. They're not there. They're
it's not your ship. You're not the captain.
But you are the representative that cuts the deals. And you know what, though? Part of that is kind of exciting, right? Because let's say everything goes down. You are in a position where you can get out by giving a name. Right? So you could play the rat if you want to. Otherwise, you get away with it. It's not your cargo. You get away scot-free, but you still get to haggle deals. So I figure being a super cargo could actually be the exciting part of it. Because how boring would it be to just be the owner that is sending other people out to do their shit, and all you're doing is frolfing all day? Yeah. You know? So I figure being the super cargo is actually kind of cool. There is something, maybe it's not originally, it's one of those positions, Dave, that maybe isn't something you aspire to be, but then once you're in that role, you realize how sweet it could be too.
I feel like you're trying to sell any one of the three of us on becoming a supercargo on your new ship.
I kind of need a supercargo, okay?
And just before any of you jump on, I'm taking it.
Okay, great.
I'm
Bob,
coxswain or I'm nothing.
Okay, well, I now have a coxswain and a supercargo. We have to figure out the final role that Dave will fill on the SS word Rango. I am
Jack
its
Slobber.
captain. I'm its craptain.
Yeah. I see what you did there. Yeah, I look forward to finding out a year from now what kind of position I'm going to have on this boat.
When we eventually find another naval ship-based like word, we'll let you know, Dave. Speaking of you, I want to know what your word is this week, Dave. Tell me.
Sure, I can do that. My word this week is Harridan. That would be Harridan.
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 Harridan or Harridan?
Harridan.
Ryan, can you spell this?
Harridan.
Yeah, it's Herredon.
No, it is Harridan.
Oh.
Wait. Say that one more time.
That's a Harry Dan.
Harridan. But the phonetic spelling is just Haridn. So I figure Harridan. Like you're supposed to kind of ignore that A and not accentuate it with the Dan at the end.
No,
I like it better when it's Harry Dan.
You like Harry Dan?
Because that's what you call him before he takes him to the waxer, and then after that he's Smooth Dan.
Is that your guess, Bob? Like by chance?
No, I'm just making sure that I absorb all the other definitions before you all get to them.
Okay, Ryan, what do you think Harridan means?
Well, I mean, I think that's just a way that people in New England say that you came into the building real quick, right? You hurried in, right? You hurried in. I've been here for hours waiting for your wicked ass, and you hurried in here. Yeah, I don't know. That was my best impression of a New Englander. But whatever. I mean, that's what it is. Dave, it's not that far away from where you're from. You can just say hurried in if that's the fucking word, which means you came into something quickly.
Yeah, but I don't hurry for anything. You guys should know this.
Except for when you zowie.
Harridan. I guess, should I go next? I guess so. I think Harridan is, I kind of think of it as being like a super group of sorts.
Okay.
You know? So like you have Harry Connick Jr., obviously.
Any supergroup is going to start with Harry Connick.
Of course. You got to get the Harry Connick Jr. up in there. But then Dan. Who is the Dan involved in this?
Dan Rather.
And well, some might say Dan Rather. Some might say Dan Patrick.
What about those Dan and Dave commercials from the Olympics like a long time ago? Maybe that Dan?
Maybe it's that Dan. Maybe it's just your friend Dan that likes to go disc golfing and wear supercargos. I mean, I honestly, I'm kind of drawing a blank because I feel like there is a Dan. There is a perfect Dan for this.
So when you say supergroup, could this be like the Justice League, where it's not always Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman? I mean, there are other satellite guys. So you have a whole bunch of guys named Harry, and you've got a whole bunch of guys named Dan, and they're all in this together.
Okay, so we definitely have Harry Connick Jr. We also have
Harry Stone from Night Court.
What?
Wow, way to age us, Bob. Way to tell everybody how fucking old we are.
How many Harrys do I know?
Well, what about Harry and the Hendersons, man? Like, you got that's a classic Harry right there.
It is.
Also, odd coincidence, my father and my brother are named Harry, so there you go.
Oh, Harry Styles from One Direction.
Oh, no, he's banned. He's banned.
He's actually
banned
not
from the group.
allowed. I would rather have Harry Potter over him.
Yeah.
I think in the first movie, he's going to be a part of the supergroup, but we realize that he's a dissenter in the ranks.
Yeah.
He's going to be our bad guy.
Yeah, there you go. I like it.
Now, the other question is how do we fill out our dams? You know what I mean?
Right. How are we having such a hard time with fucking Dan and we're able to like just knock Harry out of the park? We're like, oh yeah, Harry Truman, Harry Potter.
There's Dan Aykroyd.
Who's named
Boom.
Dan? Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd immediately.
He's going to end up being with Harry Styles. I can feel this.
I mean, you got him. We mentioned Dan Rather and Dan Patrick.
Dan Day-Lewis.
Dan,
it's kind of the more like he's like wearing a wife beater in this one.
Yeah.
It's not Daniel Day-Lewis. It's Dan Day-Lewis. And he's like, he's not an actor so much anymore. He's just one of the guys that just wants to shoot the shit, man. He's like, I'll drink your milkshake. I'll drink it up.
Hey, like if you don't want it anymore, I'll drink your milkshake.
Yeah.
I've abandoned my son.
He's down for cracking open a couple of buds with the boys and just,
Harry Houdini.
Oh, is it really Harry? I thought it was Henry.
Oh my God, we're gonna call him. I think here's a case where you grandfather someone in as a Harry.
Just because you like him, just because he's always doing tricks, he's always disappearing.
And you know what?
So do they all have to be Harrys, or can they just be Harry, like Robin Williams?
Yes.
I mean, he is like half
I think
gorilla.
we can grandfather Robin Williams in. But here's a great one. Talk about bridging the gap. Dan Radcliffe, aka Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, yeah.
He's like the centerpiece of this whole operation.
He is the secret octopus of the Harridan, basically, if you want to get a just really long ago callback.
No, we're not going to do it?
Oh, that was the internet went out, and I'm like, where's the Bob soundboard?
I was like,
I think all of us were waiting for the secret octopus, but I guess you can never know when it's going to show up. It just shows up every fucking time.
Hey, who's wearing cargo shorts?
God damn it, there he is. Okay, so now at this point, everybody's like, okay, you guys are just naming Harrys and Dans. Here's the thing. Harridan is the secret Illuminati-like organization that wears supercargos, like Ryan was talking about. They are the others do it. Others join up. You got the Obamas. You've got the Bushes and the Big Beans, and then you think about the Harridan, and the Harridan is like the upper echelon of that, right? They're like the founding fathers.
Oh, so they're like the Cardinals, like if you're thinking in terms of Catholics, like they're up there, right? Like,
they're up there. They're up there. So the Harridan are the ones that basically it's almost like they came up with the supercargos. Like if there's if they decide, okay, we're going to change our button patterns on an annual basis and our secret handshakes or something like that. They're the ones that come up with that and then send the orders down the pipeline. So when people look at others like George Bush and Barack Obama, and they think they must be near the top of the Harridan. Oh no, it goes higher than that. It goes all the way up to Harry Potter. It goes all the way up to Dan Patrick. It goes all the way up to Dan Aykroyd. It goes all the way up to Dan Day-Lewis, who's just chill. So that's Harridan. That's my guess on that. Who do we need? Bob, what do you think Harridan means?
Well, Harridan's actually more like it's an instrument that you would find in your kitchen for baking cakes.
Wait, like the pan or like
just like flour or something? I mean,
Bob's never baked a cake before.
It's a secret instrument only used by super Illuminati groups.
Oh no,
it's a theme.
Okay.
So most people would use like a pan or maybe their big fancy mixer. This is actually a pan mixer oven all in one. It's kind of big. You're going to want to plan for this in your kitchen, this Harridan, because you're still going to want an oven for other things. This is more just for cake baking.
For secret Illuminati cakes.
Is that like, do they bake files in them so they can get into prisons where other Illuminati guys need to escape? Like, what's the point of the cake? Like, are they celebrating something? Like, what does the cake serve within the organization?
Stop giving away our secrets.
Dave, I think I know the play. I think I know the reasoning behind it. It's who doesn't love cake? Like everyone loves cake. If you went over to someone's house and they had some kind of special secret Illuminati cake,
got Never There. You've got Going the Distance. You've got Short Skirt, Long Jacket. I love cake.
Oh God. Okay. See, you zigged and I zagged, but zagging is the way you want to go with this because
right. I'm right there with you.
The way that people get into power is by serving cake all the time. Marie Antoinette.
I just love the idea of the
boss guy.
The cake boss guy. Like that guy's going to be president in 4 years because he will not stop baking cakes.
I'm glad you came over. I made this delicious cake, and they're like, of course they're going to be in love with you. You know?
Hey, I'm Buddy. I'm the cake boss. Have this cake, Illuminati.
Oh man, that's awesome. I love that idea. Like, you don't need to be smart. You don't need to persevere. You don't have to have ambition or drive. Just never sleep and bake a shit ton of cakes, dude, and that'll just get you everywhere in life.
It'll get you everywhere.
What do you mean never sleep? You just throw the ingredients in your hair and it's done.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome. I have a new life philosophy now.
I mean, have you guys ever seen a homeless baker? No. They're always in power. They're always employed.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, maybe, I don't know what happened to Duff once Ace of Cakes stopped airing, but I imagine he's still got a house.
Dude, it stopped airing because he moved on to bigger and better shit. There's
true.
a whole new Ace of Cakes, but at a level where you have to have a special cable subscription to even watch that shit.
And he had to have joined the Harridan. Charm City Cakes. What is it? Duff.
Is
Gold.
Duff his real name, or is it Dan?
That's what I'm finding out right now. Duff Goldman. He is Jeffrey Adam Duff Goldman. You know that
Dan.
there's something that really is Dan in there. So it's really Dan Goldman.
You put all those letters together, and you put them in a cake batter thing, and you mix them up.
Right.
And it spits out a Dan.
Right. Exactly. Yep. Let's see. I bet there was someone that was named Dan that fucking worked there. Jeff, Mary, Sherry, Adam, Tricia. No, god damn it. Okay,
Follow
no
the
wonder
Dan.
you're off the air, you motherfuckers.
God damn it.
I feel like is that it for Harridan? I think it is. Dave, please tell us, what does Harridan mean?
Sure. Harridan is a strict, bossy, or belligerent old woman. It's pretty awesome, right? So you're like, hey, I've got a grandmom. She's fucking mean and terrible all the time, and probably 90% racist. What do I call her? Oh, she's a real Harridan of a woman.
Dave, why don't you go out back and just water the flowers for me? Be a toots.
Be a toots.
Be a dear.
God, that is the most Harridan.
David, I need you to pick up a prescription for me.
I just want you to die, Grandma. Why can't you just die? Stay in the past with your hula hoops and your Dan Fogelberg. Just leave me alone.
Now, when you first told us the definition, my first thought was like a very stereotypical lunch lady. You know, that is telling you like
her name is Doris. Right. It's like, yeah.
It's always Doris.
It's always Doris.
Sorry, honey, this is all we got today. Just some slop. You only get one serving.
You want brown slop or green slop? Whatever you want.
Here's a little hint for you. We just put food coloring in it every day.
I have not shown my vagina to another human being in 24 years. And I like it that way.
It's quite a Harridan.
It's quite a Harridan.
I like to think that 24 years ago, that was her thing. All she did was show her vagina to someone, and then she's like, gotta make those burgers and those weird-looking hot dogs for the kids.
Yeah.
Show's over.
She had to give it up when she got the job at the school. Yep.
Right.
I just had to spackle it shut.
God damn it.
That thing was nothing but trouble.
This took such a turn. This took such a terrible turn. I used to turn tricks. I used to run this city.
Wow. So she had to close up shop.
She did.
Backlit shut. Yeah, she had another source of income. So
she was part of the Harridan. She actually ran the city.
I was the original supercargo here in Cincinnati, but those days are long over.
Honey, let me tell you about my supercargo.
We are amazing at lunch lady accents. If anything else.
Oh, God. Let's get to another word, shall we? I'm going to look at my list, and I don't want to have the same person go last 2 weeks in a row. And last week, Bob, you went last. So how about we get you to go next? Bob, what's your word this week?
Let's get another word out, shall we, Internet? This week's word is elf-lock. Elf-lock.
Nice.
Oh, God. Is it ELF LOCK?
It is.
Nice.
Is.
Elf Lock.
Oh God,
Great.
I love these words this week so much. Yeah. I love them so much. So Elf Lock. Dave, do you have any guesses off the bat as to what Elf Lock means?
Sure, I absolutely know what Elf Lock is. Have you guys ever heard of LifeLock?
Yes.
All right, well, they're a company that protects your identity from being stolen. And, what's funny is you think elves live in this, like, utopian society in the trees and shit, but, like, no, I mean, let's be real. How do they get their day-to-day goods, like milk or, cigarettes? Like, they have to go to a convenience store, too. So these elves go and they use their elf debit cards and their elf credit cards. Elfin Express, all that kind of jazz. And yes, they're a very real danger of having their identity stolen too. So ElfLock is basically a identity theft protection agency strictly for elves. No dwarves allowed.
Yeah, fuck you, gnomes.
Yeah, get out of here. Just the elves.
You and your fucking nomenclature. Now, ElfLock, I think it's important, but I mean, it's really hard for us to relate because to us, elves don't really exist, That's
what?
I thought you were going to say because our ears are normal shaped.
Well, yeah, but I'm sorry, Dave. I've never seen an elf in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Guess he's never seen Lord of the Rings, right? Legolas.
No.
I guess you've
say,
never.
I mean, just last weekend, an elf punched Justin Bieber right in the mouth.
Oh no,
That's true.
You guys think it's a documentary? Oh shit.
Yeah.
No, have you never wandered into a wooden glen shirtless before and been encountered by an elf? What do you do on your weekends?
Okay, so if you wander into a wooden glen shirtless, are you getting propositioned, or what's happening that an elf is suddenly approaching?
I mean, first
you?
they
Hey,
just...
Dave, I don't know. I don't think that was a Wooden Glen. That place on Wood Glen Avenue is a gay bar.
And
That's different.
I think Dave just got a wooden glen. I think it just.
What? No, it was weird that he got arrested for impersonating a centaur.
I would make a hell of a centaur.
Yeah, I think
You
he'd
would.
be awesome.
You'd be.
No, I mean,
great
it's that's like an elf thing to do. You see a wooded glen, it's like, oh shit, take off them shoes and socks, dog, and rip that shirt off and just get at it, just feel that grass between your toes. And
That is the most elf thing ever. Yeah.
fucking the earth or something.
And then you have sex with the earth. Yeah.
Just have sex with Mother Nature.
Rolls on the grave.
gotta watch out for animals, though.
Look at me. I'm just doing Middle Earth. Yeah.
That's where you would do it, right in the middle. Yeah, middle.
Just feeling the sand beneath your. Ugh. So that's
Elvin Wang.
your elfin wang. Does that have pointy ears too? I mean, I'm so out of elf culture. I just don't even know.
Would, yeah.
I mean, is now an appropriate time to apologize to J.R.R. Tolkien for everything that we've ever done?
I guess I don't know.
He's dead. He doesn't.
He has it coming. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, he has it coming. Wow. I'm trying to think of other elf puns, but I'm just coming up short. Elflock. Ryan,
Yep.
what do you think Elflock means?
Well, ElfLock is a status, basically, that you attain. You're a big Hollywood producer. You want to put out a movie, right?
Yep, I do.
Well, one of the most coveted statuses, especially of those making summer movies or big blockbuster movies, is getting the state where you're in ElfLock, right? And ElfLock, what that really is just when you've secured the rights to have Danny Elfman do your scoring, you're in ElfLock, bitches. Okay, Tim Burton, ElfLock. Batman, I don't know. Tim Burton's fucking okay. Danny Elfman, Oingo Boingo. The guy's done every major good theme song, mainly for Tim Burton. But he scored a bunch of other shit, and you see him on it, you're like, of course these guys have ElfLock. This movie's gonna be great.
There's so much to say about. I mean, there's a surprising amount to say about Danny Elfman. It's not someone that you normally think you could just strike up a conversation about. But Danny Elfman,
Weird Science, right?
First
that
off,
was Oingo Boingo.
he's actually kind of talented. Don't you think? I mean,
Kind of, dude. If you're in ElfLock, you have the most talented Hollywood composer out there.
Agreed. But
I would invite him to all my parties.
Well, look, let's
especially
just
dead man
say
parties.
this. He came up with the Simpsons theme song. Boom, that's it. Mic drop.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of really good words to that, like the Simpsons.
Yes, lyrically, it's genius. It's genius
let me
lyrically.
just Google the Simpsons lyrics.
That'd be so great if like he's credited on that, but when he's interviewed for it, he's like, yeah, you know that part where they're like, the Sim. That was me. Everything else, that was. Oh, dude, he did the theme song for Silver Linings Playbook, right? Everyone knows that one.
I kind of like that. I like that movie, actually.
Right, but you don't know the theme song for it, do you?
No,
it's
the
Silver Linings.
He can only take projects that start with the.
Silver Linings Playbook.
Dude, Silver Linings.
So good.
Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper.
They're dancing a lot, and she sleeps around, which is weird.
And he's kind of crazy. He also really is a big Eagles fan.
Wearing the Eagles jersey all the time.
What the hell? If you Google Danny Elfman.
Oh, dude, Spider-Man 3. Fable the video game.
Are we still on IMDb or something? Or
yeah, Family Man. He did the Family. Wait, no, that's the Family Guy.
Bridge over the River Kwai.
No.
Yeah, he did that one.
Good Will Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting.
Will Hunting. His friend Ben Affleck.
But if you do a Google image search of Danny Elfman, here's what I really like about him. First off, looks like an elf. I'm just gonna say that. If I had to picture an elf, Danny Elfman is kind of perfect for that. You just add some pointy ears, and he looks elf-like to me.
Yeah.
The other thing is I love that this dude wears the same fucking glasses everywhere he goes. Same specs. Like, that's his look. It's his fucking look, and it's so baller when someone decides, you know what? I am going to make this my thing. It's like Elton John making weird glasses and like the circular one or whatever, making that his thing. Go for it. Live it up. Flashy. Fun. Everybody knows you. They look at your shades, they like your stupid red hair, and it's like, holy shit, that's Danny Elfman. What's up? The Simpsons.
He gets tired of people saying that whenever they see him.
Yeah. Oh,
Danny.
man. I only did backup vocals for that.
Hey, Danny. Spider-Man 3.
So Elflock, we're around the corner now. We're on the home stretch. One more definition for this one, and that one's coming from me, right? Because I think we got Dave already. Yeah.
Yeah. I should probably just log off and leave at this point, I guess. See you guys.
Thanks, Dave.
I'm having a lot of fun pretending I'm not noticing you. Elflock, here's my thing. Ryan, you were on the right track talking about films, okay? But I think that we're mispronouncing this word. It's actually Elflock. It is a Spanish film called The Flock. So El Flock is it's sort of like a Spanish version of Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds or whatever it is.
El Flock.
And it stars Antonio Banderas and it stars Salma Hayek. And
Javier Bardem. Okay, we keep going.
and a flock of sheep.
A flock of sheep, and it's like you were just saying it for me, Bob. It's not like The Birds, where like the birds are like kind of going crazy and like eating people and pecking their eyes out and stuff. Really, really great classic horror movie, but instead it's sheep. And sheep are mostly harmless, so they are bleeding at you kind of more sternly than usual, and they make you kind of feel weirded out, but you still have to shear their coats off because you need to sell the wool to make money. Antonio Banderas is actually a sheep farmer, by the way, in this one. The soundtrack's provided by Danny Elfman.
Of course, they've got Elflock. Yeah. Elflock.
And yeah, so I mean, there's a star-studded cast. I'm sure that we can. I'm sure you guys probably know. You're on IMDb right now for Elflock. You can tell me what are some of the other people in this movie.
Well, I think you nailed it with
Well, who's the chick in Vicky Cristina, Barcelona, Madrid, Spain, Russia, Prussia? What was that movie?
Nailed it.
There was the
Nailed
girl.
it.
Yeah, the girl in there. She was married to Johnny Depp. What's her name in the movie about all the pot?
Penelope Cruz.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yep.
Vanilla
Penelope Cruz
Sky.
is also in it. She actually
Vanilla
plays.
Sky, there you go. Yeah, okay.
She actually plays one of the sheep. She's like, she's the lead sheep in the movie.
Okay.
Have you seen her ears? I think she's like half elf.
She probably is.
Ooh.
Oh,
But you don't
she's
see
got-
them very often. They're always under those big locks of hair.
They should be. Let me tell you.
Elf lock.
She can pick up like ESPN on those things. Those are just out there.
I'm going to Google Penelope Cruz's ears.
Penelope Cruz ears.
This is good. We had what? We had Felicity's feet at some point. Now we're getting to moving on to ears. We appreciate
yeah, it is
a
a thing. I've got tons of different results here.
She's an elf.
Why does Penelope Cruz have 4 gold needles pierced?
Because
No.
she's a harridan.
Exactly, or a supercargo. Have you ever seen her froth?
I think
Nobody has.
She keeps
She's
her
fucking
froth powers quite hidden. But no, she is in Elf Flock. She is actually the lead sheep.
makes sense.
Which
So
has-
do they just itch people to death? Like, so they just like kind of surround them, and they're like,
Sort of,
oh
yeah.
god, this wool's itching me. Oh shit, I gotta keep scratching. And then they just
They
bleed to
kill you
death.
with static electricity. They just rub up against you.
Ah.
Yeah. It's a much more uncomfortable sort of, like, a really itchy wool kind of feeling. Much more uncomfortable horror movie. You know, it really...
I've got the catchphrase for it.
Okay.
El Flock. Use in trouble.
Use in trouble. Nice. Hell of a tagline. I like it.
EWE. Yeah.
It's pretty freaking good. Let's move on. Bob, please tell us, what does Elflock mean?
Elflock is a noun, and it's your hair matted as if by elves.
Really?
Wait, what would that even look like?
So,
Yeah.
so
like,
one of us is going to have more Elflock in their life than the rest of us.
Okay.
Aren't we,
Dave.
Ryan?
oh, what?
Not necessarily your hair, but you have children who have hair, from what I
that's
understand.
Yeah, and his
Yeah,
kids are
they-
half
they-
elves. They're half elves.
Yes.
we know this.
This is true.
So when that hair just gets all crazy, kinked up, and matted, it's like, what happened to you? It's I don't know, Daddy, an elf. So it's also called like fairy locks or elf locks, but it's just this weird matting of hair that shouldn't have happened.
You really got to stop taking him to, like, that Keebler barber shop or something, you know?
Yeah, just like lay in this bed with this pillow over your head for about 2 hours, and then you'll be done.
Yeah.
That
It's
sounds
like, or
it's
just put this,
suffocating.
like, dictionary on top of your head, just like you would to smooth out a piece of paper or something, you know?
Yeah, that's a weird barber.
That's okay. So that's an odd word, and it's crazy that it even exists. But that's
I know,
interesting.
right? You should totally vote for it.
Well,
Rango.
let's not get ahead of
Elflock
ourselves.
2016.
Dave.
Yo.
No. Why am I even asking you?
I know.
Ryan.
Yeah, I'm not even here technically. Remember, I left.
Yeah, we already got your word.
Did he already leave? Yeah.
Ryan. I really am having fun with that. Ryan. As if I'm doing it on purpose. What is your word this week, Ryan?
All right, guys. Use in trouble. Okay. My word this week, here it is. It's galactophagist.
Did you just say galactophagist?
Galactophagist.
We just got canceled.
Wow. Yeah. The
But that's
NAACP is coming after us right now.
How it's pronounced. I made sure that it's exactly pronounced. I'll even give you the British pronunciation. Hold on. Galactophagist. That's the British pronunciation.
Bob, how do you think this is spelled?
Oh, wow. I would like to keep working. Okay, galactophagist is GALACTOFAGIST.
Nope. It's close.
But can you tell us, please?
Oh, sorry. That's what we do in this game. Let's go around. Like, everyone take a turn. Okay. It's exciting. So, yeah, no, galactophagist is GALACTOPHAGIST.
It's always the pH getting me.
Yeah.
My
pH
pH balance was off.
Yeah.
I am so happy that that's a PH.
Why? Galactophagist? I mean, I thought it was galactophagist when I first saw it, but I'm like, oh, interesting. It's galactophagist.
It is interesting. It is very interesting, and I think that unfortunately, it's not gonna go over too well with everybody listening. So
Why?
just let's make
What
sure
do you-
we emphasize that F, that PH instead of the F. No, really, I was just stalling because I was writing this down. Let's see. Bob, I'd like for you to fall on the sword first. What do you think galactophagus means?
A galactophagist. So this is somebody who will paint these very ornate space scenes on black velvet. So you've got this guy who's, circa 1973. Mm-hmm. He's sitting in the middle of the desert. He's smoked about, let's go ahead with like 17 pounds of peyote. And he's starting to see coyotes dance with buffalo right there in the sky. And he's painting down that and black velvet jaguars. And he's selling them at the flea market down the road on Saturday afternoons while he's obviously still smoking peyote or chewing peyote.
Yeah, how would you know you smoke it, Bob?
He's just rubbing it on his gums. Maybe he's just sitting in like some sort of peyote bath, like up to his waist.
He's eating peyote chips.
He's eating peyote cheese on some very fine crackers.
Nice.
Some Keebler elves.
It sounds good.
Just because you're a drug addict doesn't mean you don't have taste,
No, I mean, I think it means you don't really have much taste buds. Like it's
the drugs whittled them all away?
The drugs whittled the taste buds away. Actually.
Dude, you should totally buy this black jaguar painting. You want some peyote cheese?
So like, what exactly is a galactophagist in this? Is it the dude that's...
He's the guy who's doing the painting.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. All right.
Cool. I can get down with that, but you're actually wrong, Bob. I will tell you what a galactophagist is. Right. It is...
Oh, will you now?
Yeah, so you guys know how I've seen the future, right? Like you like I've told you this before, like how I know what the future holds for us as a not only a society but as a species.
Yeah,
and
you have Raven Simone syndrome.
Yes, yes. I through my Raven Simone affliction, if you will, I know that for a fact the UK dominates the entire planet. We become globalized underneath of the planet of England. That's what we become. We are no longer Earth. This is many, many years in the future. And then we start going out across the galaxy. And we start, settling in different places and all that. But the one thing that we're unable to kill from the whole English culture that we adopt throughout space is the use of the word fag for a cigarette. So they continue to use it, but because, in the future there are a lot of gay people, they make one concession. They start spelling it with a PH and not an F anymore, right? Differentiates us a little bit and allows gay people to take back that word for themselves. Now, throughout space, a galactophagist is somebody who goes from planet to planet hunting down the best fags, just like hunting them down, chasing them, just trying to find the best cigarettes around. That's it. So if you're a galactophagist, it's somebody who is just so all about the tobacco and is on the hunt for the galaxy's finest cigarette.
Yeah.
So, did I go too far? Was that...
No, this is, it's so funny. I don't know if Bob, when he picked the word niggle, if he had some kind of hidden agenda, but I guarantee you that I did not even think that, that part of the word was going to be so heavily emphasized when I picked it.
Ryan?
I'm not even kidding. Like I said, I thought it was galactophagist when I picked it. Turns out galactophagist, and now I get why you guys are probably like, yeah, it's going to be kind of weird to define. Dave nailed it.
Super. Dave, you really went a long ways for that one, and I applaud you for bringing it back around to the whole England and the whole cigarette thing, and that's great. And you know what? I'm trying my best to not slip into this same conundrum as well. A galactophagist. However you choose to pronounce it. I think we could change the pronunciation as we see fit, personally.
Or should.
Well, live your life your way, man.
Yeah. But basically, it is the moment someone becomes a galactophagist.
Oh, it's like Inception point.
Sort of, yes.
Okay.
it's sort of when they do that, that is when they pull a monumental sort of wool over the eyes, on someone. Like you
like a Gambini.
Sort of, yeah. Like you're pulling something. Here's what I'm picturing. You're Freddie Prinze Jr. Okay? Mm-hmm. You are in She's All That.
Oh, you're in my wheelhouse now, buddy.
And you are deciding to make a bet to date a girl, take her to prom or whatever the fuck. I haven't seen this in a while.
No, you're trying to get those glasses off her, get her to drop her hair down so she can be pretty. Like that's
exactly.
What you're trying.
Oh, yeah.
Kiss me under the
swing. This love.
She's all that.
Oh, that shit did have Elflock, didn't it?
It did. But Freddie Prinze became a galactophagist, and he did that the second he decided to go through with a plan to fake winning a girl over as part of a bet. And to turn her into someone that's deemed beautiful, the hottest girl in the school or whatever, however that worked, I can't remember. But that is being a galactophagist is pulling that on someone, and especially doing it on a big grand scale. I mean, pranks and sort of tricking someone is one thing. That's not the same, because that's where the galacto part comes in. It's something that's galactic. It's monumental. It's big. It's the long con. It's being able to do something to someone that they don't see coming, like 4 months in the making. Right. That's the sort of thing that I consider the galactophagist. Ooh. And the person that really is, I think, the best at that is Sir Freddie Prinze Jr.
Sir, he's been knighted. That makes sense. No, I like the idea of like a long con, but for a prank. Mm-hmm. Like, that's awesome. Like, does that exist? I'm sure it does exist. I've just never seen it.
Of course. It's got to exist in some fashion. I just, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, ones that exist in real life that I can kind of draw on, and I'm kind of drawing a blank there, honestly. I don't know.
It's like if so, I mean, they do these kind of pranks, like, like on The Office or something where, like, Jim will push Dwight's desk like an inch away, like all day long, and then eventually like it'll be like, but what if you did that and it was like someone's trailer or something like that, like
and
someone's
next thing
mobile home
they're in Buffalo or something.
Yeah, like they're having to like pay taxes in a different city or something like that. Like, yeah, like 3 months ago you used to live like on this like but like now you're in a new place and like you have to pay 0.08% higher sales tax.
Yes.
Guy, you've been galactophagistrated.
Yeah, you just got galactophagisted.
That sounds horrible.
I don't know.
It's not like you need a device to do that to someone.
No, but I mean, ideally you do. Yeah, that's my guess. That's what I think it means. Are we missing anyone on this?
No,
I think we're all wrapped up.
We're all good.
You guys all skirted around like.
Right, yeah.
I applaud you because I didn't even realize it.
Please tell me, Ryan, what is the obviously innocent definition of galactophagist?
Yeah, it's a super prejudiced word, and no. Here's the thing: like you can break this down Mike Suzik style and figure out this word. So galacto comes from galactose, which is milk, right? So and then phag or phage or however you want to say it means to eat. So a galactophagist is someone who eats or subsists on milk.
Oh, wow.
So every baby...
Mammals. You just say everything, dude.
No, I said...
like lizards.
Yeah, dude. No, lizards prefer Yoohoo, actually. So, but no. Like I said every baby. Like every... So it's like a... Like, I mean, is it subsisting solely on milk? Or is it just like, oh, this is part of your diet, then you're a galactophagist?
I would assume that that's basically the hallmark of a galactophagist is someone who subsists mainly or only on milk. So a baby, those motherfuckers are galactophagists of like to the 10th degree.
Yeah.
They are the most galactophagist of all things.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's interesting. It's interesting to me because I don't have dairy that often.
What are you talking about? You're always talking about eating cheese, dude.
I eat cheese all the time.
Thing.
For cheese.
I eat cheese often enough, but like I don't have milk. I have soy milk because I'm mostly lactose intolerant. But I make an exception for shit all the time. And I just
I'm
pay for
mostly
it later
lactose
on.
intolerant unless I want to take a bite out of a brick of cheese.
But man, dude, sometimes you don't say no to certain types of cheese. Like if someone presents me with some gorgonzola, if someone presents me with like
And there's a bathroom nearby.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll need it in like 35 minutes, roughly. Like
I will never turn down a loose craft single. I'll tell you that. Like, I'm right there with you. If somebody walks up to me on the street and they're like, "Yo, I got one craft single left," I even unwrapped it for you. It would be in my mouth before they finished the sentence. So
It fell on the floor a while back.
Are we still talking about craft singles in your mouth, or is that a euphemism?
I think it works in a number
Either
of
way.
ways.
Someone that put a craft single
I just got done going camping, and when I got
nice.
back, when we were camping, we found this place that had like cheese samplings. It was right next to a winery, and so we went in there and checked out some of their cheeses that were all like smoky and all this other weird, like crazy gourmet stuff. And there was
Craft
one.
singles.
There was one right next to the gourmet craft singles. Was this one that was made out of sheep, goat, and I think cow milk. The cow one obviously being the one we're used to, but the sheep and goat, it was really, really good. So I'm just saying that, funny that I'm talking about not being galactophagus. Clearly, this last weekend, I was a galactophagus, like completely. I was all over that. It was so delicious. And then I would say about 15 minutes later, I had a lot of discomfort and I had to take some Tums, but it was worth it. So good. Wow, that's great. I'm really excited about that definition, a whole bunch. But what we need to do is we need to move on. I feel a scenario coming on.
you about to you about to come down with a touch of improv there, Mike?
Maybe.
Okay.
Do you have some Tums on hand?
I think I do. So here we have scenario. We have to make this one quick. So Ryan is dying of heat exhaustion.
Yeah, God, give me about 5 minutes.
And Ryan, you're in a desert, okay? And you have two. You've got like a devil on your shoulder. That's Bob. And you've got like the angel that's telling you to go do good things on your other shoulder. That's Dave. And you come across someone else that seems to be in, having their own issues and trying to survive. And you're trying to decide whether or not you can team up with them or whether you should just take advantage of them, whether or not you should pull a galactophagist on them and, whether or not you take their canteen of water and such. And that person's me. Let's go.
Man, it is hot out here.
What's
All
up,
right?
bro? What's up?
Yeah.
How you doing? I'm an angel.
I can tell.
All right, cool.
Shut your mouth.
Some kind of hallucination.
Oh, you know what would be great? A canteen full of milk. There's a guy up on the hill.
You are a sucky devil because milk sounds horrible right now.
Well, here's
His
the thing.
canteen is labeled milk. What am I gonna do?
Shit.
I say you just fall down on your face and die. Because look, man, I've been to heaven. It's just a big Hooters in the sky. It's pretty badass. I mean, how do you feel about wings? Like, you want to eat some wings right now? Maybe.
So you're telling me the food sucks in heaven is what you're trying to tell me.
If it's like Hooters, there's will be a lot of milk there too, I guess.
Yeah, but you don't have to eat it if you don't want to. I mean, you're in heaven. You don't have to eat shit, man. You can just hang out with Tupac all day. It's pretty
So
cool.
you don't
up
ever
there.
have to poop in heaven?
No pooping. No. Not unless you want to. And then if you do, it's like really funny because nobody ever sees anybody poop in heaven. So it's like really, random encounter kind of thing. It's pretty neat.
It's a deep topic. I'm still a little thirsty. Let me talk to this guy. Is that really
Yeah,
milk?
go talk to the guy in the super cargo pants.
Hello there. It's great to see another
Mazel.
survivor out here. And I do say survivor because I'm a very optimistic person. I'm just here taking a breather here on this hill. Hey, I have I have a canteen here. And tell you what, it says milk, but if you can guess what's in this, I'll let you have a drink.
What do you think, guys?
I mean, either way, I can tell you this guy definitely isn't going to heaven, so I don't know how much you want to trust him or not. So it might be turpentine for all I know. I mean, I've seen the list. This guy is not on it. He's not on it.
Interesting.
You should tell him what's in it is a baseball bat. Eat him. Eat him. Eat him.
Well, it
Eat
sounds
him.
like you guys are both ganging up. Tell you what, guy. I don't know what's in there. I got this knife here.
Okay.
I'm going to give you about 20 seconds.
Oh, good
lord. I want you to run that direction. If I catch you, I'm going to go ahead and slash through you. Write my name in there. What?
Where are you?
I'm about ready to die. I just want a thrill before I...
We can coexist.
And I thought I was the bad guy.
Tell you, why don't you just take a drink? Take a drink. Go ahead. Have one.
I am thirsty, but I don't want to drink anything that's labeled milk right now. I have stamps.
What if what if I have a drink first? Would that make you feel better?
Interesting.
Here, look, I'm
Still
opening
milk.
it up. Here, listen.
Okay.
It's so good. Oh,
All right.
My thirst is quenched.
This is what you need to do. Get him to take a swig, then you drink the drink from his mouth. It'll be hilarious,
Okay.
man. Just do it. It'll be funny.
Okay. What I'm going to need you to do, go ahead and take a drink. And then I want you to put your hands behind your back, and then I'm going to come over to the left of you, and I just want you to pour that into my mouth like a baby bird, like a
Oh
mother
my
bird to a
God,
baby
what are you
bird.
doing?
I think this is... Nope, come on, just go with me. Remember, have this knife here.
Okay.
Okay. Oh.
You better watch it, man. You're getting off that list there.
This is
Yeah,
getting
that's
super
milk.
weird even for me.
That is milk.
Is it
Take your
milk
shoes off.
or is it... Oh, I don't have anything. Someone come up with something, then I could just say it here. Then we can end it on a really funny note.
Wait, so we're just going to edit in like...
Yeah. Bob, you're good
Potato
at this.
chips. Like,
What's something that's funny that I can say?
I lied. I'm actually not an angel. I'm also a devil. You're going to hell, dude.
oh man, I did feel like you guys teamed up.
We
there for a
totally got him.
minute.
High five.
I was gonna say something crazy, like the blood of Rob Zombie, but like I don't really have it. I'm just not feeling it.
No, I think we did. I think we did what we could.
Yeah.
In
No,
such a
it's
dire situation.
Does Rob Zombie have milk blood?
I guess it was just milk. Does a body good. We're both pretty much as thirsty as we were to begin with.
Yeah.
And we're just out here to die.
Yep.
Kind of like that scenario, just left out to die. Let's get to some escalator pitches, shall we?
All right.
Who went first this week? Oh, that's right, I did. Supercargo! Holy crap, I love this word. I mean, it's just, it sounds kind of like this thing that we would all kind of expect is sort of dumb, right? Like, it's, just supercargo? Like, how can that be anything cool? And then when you get the definition, you think, okay, it's just a dude that works on a ship. But no, we need to fill out the roles for the SS word Rango. And when we take this beautiful boat out to the seven seas and we sail across the globe, I need to know who my supercargo is. Who's cutting those deals on my behalf? Who's making sure the cargo's in check and it's getting transferred to the right person on our merchant ship? That, my friends, is Bob Ball. Bob, you are my supercargo. I expect a vote from you this week.
Whoa.
I'm here to check everybody's cargo.
And that's supercargo. It's so fun to say. It's awesome that it's a word, and it's even better that it is now going to be a part of our boat, of our ship, of our crew. It's great. Vote for it. Up next, Dave.
Yeah.
Please give us your escalator pitch for Harridan.
Well, Harridan, it's an awesome word. It's not a hotel chain. It's also not a shitty fast food chain. It's given us Doris the lunch lady. And I mean, I think for that alone, it should be voted winner. It's a nice, pleasant name. It's got the double R in there. You need a double R. You got to have a double R. It's the glue that holds the middle of any good word together. And Doris, man, I mean, she's as sexy as she is as sassy. If you like old ladies who chain smoke, Camel Lights.
Have a spackled vagina.
Have a spackled vagina and probably a mole somewhere on their face in an unflattering position. Maybe there's like a single black hair jutting out of it. But Harridan, do it for Doris.
$13 in gas and a pack of Turkish delights, please.
Classic Doris.
That's classic Doris. Bob Elflock.
Friends, has your hair been matted by elves? Do you like Danny Elfman? Do your elves need protection for their credit card purchases? Or do you just like movies about creepy sheep? Elflock. That's the word for you.
Nice classic pitch there. Ryan, galactophagist.
Yeah, in this current political climate, why pick a word that, has such edgy syllables in it, or at least a syllable of it. But really when it comes down to it, I really liked the fact when I looked at it, I said, you know what? Galactose, that's in milk, but it also sounds like bigger than this world. It sounds galactic, right? Mm-hmm. So when I put those together and I saw this word, I'm like, I didn't focus as much on the one part of it maybe as maybe you guys did, and that you probably makes sense that you did, but maybe I didn't see it. You know what? Don't vote for my word. Be a dick. Fine, guys. So the word is not very sensitive to people's feelings. But you know what? Galactophagus, having a word that is about drinking milk, why not?
Mm-hmm. All right, cool.
That's what I've got.
That's fair. That's all perfectly fair. Ryan is literally melting. So let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on to some votes. I am up first. I have to pick between Elflock, Harridan, and Galactophagist. And I've got to say, my number one this week, I don't always give this person my vote, but my number one has to be Elflock. I love this word so much.
Elflock.
I love this word, and then on top of that, I love what we all were coming up with for it. Mm-hmm. I would love to see the movie Elflock, and I really, really enjoy this one. I gotta pick it. So Elflock is my number one. My number two, and this is a little bit of a surprise, I think, but I have to pick Galactophagist.
Okay.
I love the definition for this word in particular. Racist. The sheer fact, I'm not a homophobe. The sheer fact that it's a word about someone that drinks or consumes milk on like a regular basis or however it was. I enjoy that. I think that's really funny. I think it's great that that's actually the definition. And I think, we can get around the fact, especially when you write it out, that look, I know that you have the fag in the middle, and I have such issues with saying that word on a personal level, but
well, now that you've said it out loud, I'd like to thank you all for listening to the final word.
No, but I mean, it's Rango. Not related. I mean, that's the thing. That's the great thing, because I really don't like saying that, but it's good to know that we can still parse out something that sounds so bitter and bad into a word that actually is kind of cool. And maybe then we just decide, okay, galactophagist. We can maybe work our way around that and do so, because this word is kind of great. And it's kind of fun to say. I hate saying, oh, that dude drinks milk. I'll call him galactophagist. That's fine. That's no big deal.
Fucking milk drinker.
Oh, God. And then it just went bad again. Bob, you have to pick between supercargo, Harridan, and galactophagist.
What was that fourth word? Was it the sheep? Yeah. So I really like Harridan.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna vote that my number one word.
Nice. Right. Thank you. I got scared when Mike didn't pick it for a second.
Were you counting on me for a bit there?
Yes, I was.
Did you plan this out? Okay, I know I have Mike's vote.
I was like, yeah, I got to cater to Mike. Mike's the power vote.
He's a fucking hairy bastard.
Yeah, what's the
swing state? Yeah.
What did they call him? The super electorates or something? That's you, Mike.
I am the super electorate.
The supercargo.
And for my number two vote, I'm a real fan of supercargo shorts.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's fine. That's fair. I like it. Dave, you have to pick between supercargo, Elflock, and galactophagist.
All right. I have to admit that this is also a surprise for me too. I wasn't counting on picking this word once all the words were revealed, but just how we used it, what we came up with it. I got to go. Number one has to go to Elflock. That is just a solid word. So good. And I was like, Elflock, really? And then I just got that inspiration, and it just took me away. So that's got to go number one. And number two, I'm also going to follow Mike Suzik and go with galactophagist. I think we need more advocates for this style of life out there, and we just need to spread the word. So
You were born that way, baby.
Awful. Just awful.
But I was never given a choice to stop, or to not stop, rather. And I wanted to continue.
Are we done?
Yes, we're done.
Okay. Ryan, you have to pick between Supercargo, Harridan, and Elflock.
I kind of still feel like drinking milk is a choice, but that's just me. Anyway, no, I mean, God, the winning word this week, it has to be Elflock. Because I'm thinking about just like, it really in my head, I just see a bunch of Hollywood executives just like around a table. They're like, one of them's on a cell phone. The guy's like, all right, guys, we got it. We've got Elflock. And then all of a sudden, Elfman just busts in on like a guitar and he's like, the movie. That's a placeholder, guys. That's a placeholder. We're workshopping it. Yeah, Elflock, number one, for sure. And then number two, I'm going to go with Harry Dan.
Nice.
And I like that we did have quite a bit of a theme of the Illuminati, like everything's like a super secret oven that bakes cakes. But yeah, I don't know.
That's good stuff. Well, then that means that congratulations, Bob. You win this week with Elflock.
Yes.
Great word. I'm going to admit, I think this was a stellar list of words. Even with even with Galactophagist.
Superphagus? Is that what you're gonna say?
That's a whole different thing. We can't actually say that one. But yes, Galactophagist, even with that, even with the sort of like all of us agreeing that there's something odd about saying it out loud, it was a great list of words. I'm kind of surprised. I really felt so good about Supercargo, and I got the lowest number of votes. Like nobody cared at all for me, and that's okay. I understand, but it's totally understandable when a word like Elflock wins. It's proof that the show works, that people can walk away with great words like Elflock and use it somehow in their everyday language. And Bob, if people want to get in touch with us and tell us, hey, I support your mission and I used Elflock today in this way, Bob, how do they do that?
If you want to tell us about your experience with the flock, then perhaps you could send us a Gmail email to our mail tail. Wordrango@gmail.com. You can also send us the tweets on the twitter.com/wordrango. A little tweet love from people like Bearsire, Sailor Tweak, Dapple Apple, John Perry Oboe Crazy, Pod on Pod, who we will have an audio response for very soon, Andy Dicktel, Procreate Tweets, Terry M. Walsh, Roadblock, Glib Shark, Yakko Pinky, Nintendo Legend, The Rogue's Life, and Animated Max. Also, you can get us on Facebook. Facebook.com/WordRango, where we post fun stuff all the time. You can also get us on SoundCloud, SoundCloud.com/WordRango, where you could even hear a commercial, an impromptu commercial that Dave probably doesn't even remember making for the Slut Lodge from last week's show.
Oh, really?
You get that on SoundCloud.
Okay.
Wow.
You can also get this show on iTunes and the Stitcher. So just go to iTunes.com/WordRango. I don't know if that works. It's bit.ly/WordRango.
Correct.
That'll take you there.
We're still working with Apple to get our own iTunes, freaking URL domain. Work with us on that. But yeah, and when you're there, leave us a review. Give us 5 stars. And, just a couple words of encouragement. We like it when people give us attention. And, ultimately, it is really all about spreading the word with the show and telling people what we're all about. And that is very clearly sometimes edgy, but very fun. I mean, these are words that you've probably never heard of before. And if you've ever had that moment where you're like, oh God, that is so funny and fun to say, and that's such a funny word. I mean, the crazy thing is that we are coming so close to episode 50, and it is insane that a show with a premise like this is even getting to that point. And we're doing it because of you guys. And so keep the downloads coming. That's great, but the only way it really improves, the only way that we get bigger and better and are able to do more fun and interesting and exciting
are your dollars. Send your dollars to wordrango@gmail.com.
The dollars is step 4 in
We're going to hold your programming hostage just like National Public Radio and PBS. Send your dollars.
But step one here is just getting more people to listen. So tell a friend. Tell a friend about us and tell them why you listen to it. Tell them about your favorite moments, because Lord knows we've got so many. And we do the show. I mean, I can only imagine what it's like for someone that actually listens when it's fresh and that isn't trying to dissect the jokes as much as we probably do, to try and make sure that it is really fun for you guys too. So please share the show, all that stuff, and thank you guys for listening. We'll be back next week. We're going to have 4 more words, their definitions, and just like crazy hair that's all elf locked up.
Yeah,
That's
and share the show or I'm going to kill myself.
Holy crap.
All right, there we go.
Wow, he just took it to the next level.
Bob,
Wow,
check that out, please.
Kickstarter in
I'll
like
fucking
a way.
do it, man. I'll fucking do it.
Well, this was once
They've
Word
won.
Rango.
No, but share the show. Share the show.
I'll cut that out in post.
Oh, God damn it, Dave.
I don't know why I said that. That's all getting cut out anyway. Word Rango.
I mean, it's just the worst. Like, the worst.